welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm gonna make a Palestinian dish and it's called Musakhan. It is just layers of bread and onion with sumac and topped with some chicken. It is super delicious and easy to make. As usual, all the ingredients and the measurements will be listed down below the video in the description box. Don't forget to follow me on social media on Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And now let's start. First I'm gonna start by cooking the chicken. So I have here 2 pieces of chicken, bone and skin on. I also have a cinnamon stick, cloves of garlic, some onion, bay leaf, of course some salt, and some black peppercorns. So in my pot I put the chicken. Of course you can use whatever pieces you like. You can use also a whole chicken. It depends on the quantity that you want to make. I'm also going to add the whole spices along with the onion and the garlic. And finally I'm going to submerge everything with water. Now I'm going to cover the pot and put it on medium to high heat, and I'm gonna bring everything to a boil. After it starts to boil, you'll find some foam on the top, so you wanna get rid of that. At this point you wanna add a generous amount of salt. After that you wanna cover the pot and bring it again into a boil. Then you wanna let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked. Now for the onion mixture, I'm gonna need some onions cut into slices, some sumac, some dried coriander, salt and black pepper, along with some toasted almonds. Now I have a pan here, it's in medium heat. I added a good amount of olive oil, and when the oil is heated enough, I'm gonna add the onions. I'm gonna saute them for a few minutes. They should be cooked down a little bit, and of course develop some color. Of course I'm gonna add some salt. It helps with cooking the onions. Continue to cook until the onions are golden brown in color. As you can see here, the color is perfect. Now at this point I'm gonna add my spices. So I have the sumac here. It's very important here and you can't replace it with anything. Some freshly ground black pepper, and a pinch of dried coriander. It's optional here though. Give everything a good mix. Make sure that all these spices are well distributed throughout the onions. That's perfect. Now I'm gonna add some of that chicken broth. It really gives a nice flavor and some moisture to the onion mixture, so I'm gonna add that in. Give it a slight mix. Leave it on heat for about 2 to 3 minutes. And that's it. The onion mixture is done. Now we're ready to assemble the musakhan. I have my chicken here, it's ready and fully cooked. I also have some homemade flat bread. Now you can use whatever flat bread you have on hand, but traditionally it's made with this kind of bread. And I'm gonna show you how to make it at the end of the video. Now for the assembly, it's very easy. I have a baking dish here. I brush the bottom and the sides with some olive oil. And I'm gonna start layering. I'm gonna put a piece of bread and I'm gonna top it with that delicious onion mixture. I'm gonna put a generous amount and I'm gonna spread it all over the top. I'm also gonna sprinkle some toasted almonds. You can use pine nuts if that's what you like or that's what you have on hand. Now I'm gonna put another layer of bread, another layer of the onion mixture, a sprinkle of almonds. So basically that's it, layers of bread and the onion mixture, and finally it's topped with the chicken pieces. So here you go, the chicken pieces on top. I'm just gonna sprinkle some sumac on top of the chicken. And I'm just gonna broil the whole thing until the chicken has a really nice and golden brown color. And that's it, it looks really good. I'm just gonna sprinkle some toasted almonds on top to finish it off. And it's ready to be served. It was super delicious and super easy to make. The onions with the bread and the chicken, amazing. Give it a try and tell me what you think. And finally I'm gonna make the bread with you, the homemade flat bread. To make that I'm gonna need some all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add to it some powdered milk, I'm also gonna add some salt, some sugar and some yeast. Put them away from the salt. Finally, I'm gonna add some water and some olive oil. And that's it. Now I'm gonna knead everything together until I have a really nice and soft ball of dough. It should be slightly sticky. That's perfect. I'm just gonna form it into a ball. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm gonna put it in my oiled bowl. Of course, I'm gonna cover it and let it rest in a warm place for about 1.5 hours. After that, it should be doubled in size and really puffed up. I'm gonna put it on my working surface. I'm gonna cut it into 6 equal parts. Actually, I cut it into 6 equal parts, but then I found that the pieces are really huge, so I cut it into 8 equal pieces. I covered them again and let them rest for about 10 minutes just to be able to roll them again. So I'm gonna take each piece of dough and I'm gonna roll it until it's about 1/2 centimeter thick. Now usually this kind of bread is cooked inside of the oven and on some kind of rocks, but I don't have that, so I'm gonna keep it simple and I'm gonna cook it on the pan. I have a really hot pan. I put the rolled dough on it and I'm gonna flip it on both sides once in a while so that it cooks and it has a really nice color on both sides. It should be golden brown. That's when you know that they're done. And I'm going to continue to do the same until I finish all of my bread. And here you have it. This is how they look like after they're cooked. Of course, you have to keep them covered all the time so that they stay soft and tender. Otherwise, they will start to break and they will be dry. They're super easy and super delicious, especially in the recipe that I made today. It's really good. So that was it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Give it a try and tell me what you think. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!